Hello everyone! I just finished up with the latest DLC for the FF7 Remake Intermission and I just wanted to talk about it. This video is going to be a quick spoiler-free review and overview of what it's all about. If you're not in the loop, this DLC was released a couple of days ago and features our favourite Wutai Ninja Yuffie, and the footage that you see here is from the free PS5 Intergrade upgrade. And it's probably pretty obvious, but this should definitely be played after completing the events of the FF7 Remake. It really wouldn't make much sense if you played this one first. Alright, let's get straight into what Intermission is all about. Okay, so Intermission puts you in the shoes of Yuffie, who was an optional party member in the original FF7 game. Essentially, she sets out to Midgar and teams up with the Cell from Avalanche to steal the ultimate materia from Shinra.
My name is Yuffie, materia hunter and elite special forces operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra HQ and steal their ultimate materia, to prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, with your full support, we got this.
Ready to rumble, huh?
Yep, that sounds exactly like the Yuffie that we know and love. Immature, energetic, and completely obsessed with materia. I wouldn't have it any other way. This DLC features 2 chapters which are set during the events of the FF7 Remake. The first chapter is located in the Sector 7 slums and the next in the Shinra building. Each chapter has one lengthy dungeon to get through, finishing with the boss, and the whole DLC took me about 5 hours to finish. During this short journey, Yuffie is accompanied by Sonon, who is another ninja from Wutai. You also meet quite a few old faces, not only from the original FF7 and Remake, but also from other games in the FF7 series. Now, this was shown in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler, but the most interesting involvement was from Deep Ground, who are a top secret military organization created by Shinra. Nero, for instance, is an antagonist from Dirge of Cerberus, and I honestly didn't think for a minute that he would ever get a mention in any of the FF7 Remake installments. All the different angles that this series is taking is so exciting, and it just goes to show how different Remake is going to be from the original PS1 title. I also need to make a mention to the ending of Intermission, which is such a great payoff. Not only do we get a ripper ending to Yuffie's short story, but there's also a lengthy scene of Cloud and crew that sets up nicely for part 2. This also involves a massive twist that I'm obviously not going into, but just like the ending of FF7 Remake, it makes me wonder what the hell is going on and where this series is going. All of the story editions of Intermission makes this DLC a must play if you want to get the most out of the FF7 Remake story. As I mentioned before, I played the PS5 version of Intermission, which features improved textures, lighting, and optimized graphics or performance modes. The first thing I noticed was how much better the distant backgrounds of Midgar looked compared to the pixelated mess we originally received. The locations you'll visit in Intermission features the same locations from the original remake, such as the Sector 7 slums. It really would have been cool if we had a few new environments to look at. And while the dungeon layouts are new, they use many of the assets and follow the same style as we've already seen in the main game. The big difference, however, is that many of the puzzles are designed around Yuffie's weapon. What I mean is that she can use her ranged weapon to destroy boxes or flick switches from a distance. Also, being ninjas, Yuffie and Sonon can jump and climb around the areas that Cloud probably couldn't, so this was also a nice addition. The music here is also what you would expect. Absolutely incredible. Honestly, I could not speak more highly about the FF7 Remake soundtrack, so fortunately, Intermission retains this outstanding quality. There's a mix of both new tracks and rearrangements from the tracks we loved in the past, and we have a load of different styles here too. The Happy Turtle fighting theme, for instance, is a heavy metal vocal track that plays when you're fighting Corneo's lackeys, and these lyrics had me laughing out loud. It's just so insane.
Gonna get fully wrecked at the Happy Turtle! Wanna get blind drunk at the Happy Turtle! Girl, get inside, find a seat and order something strong! No matter who you are.
I was a huge fan of what FF7 Remake did with its combat system, and in Intermission it's basically the same but with a few new additions. Firstly, we have Yuffie's playstyle, which is completely different to Cloud, Barret, Aerith and Tifa. As you would expect from a ninja, she's quick and can dart around the battlefield with ease. She also has a mix of ranged and melee regular attacks, making her very versatile in any situation. I built my Yuffie to be more of a ranged character and had Sonon draw the enemy's attentions and attack up close. The next big difference is that you can only control Yuffie this time. You can use Sonon's ATB charges and choose which attacks he does, but you can't switch characters and control him around the battlefield as you could with the other characters in the main game. The most interesting addition, however, is the implementation of synchronized attacks. When playing the original, I felt that having your party members team up for attacks would be the next logical step forward, so I was stoked to see this. Basically, at any time, you can hit L2 to sync your two characters together. When doing so, Sonon's ATB charge will charge slower, but you'll be able to unleash some awesome combo attacks by spending both ATB charges. The combat here is just so awesome, and some of the boss fights just feel insane in the best possible way. I just wish there was more of it. I cannot wait to jump straight back into Yuffie in part 2. Now, of course, I can't end this video without discussing the new minigame, Fort Condor. This one appears way earlier than I expected, as in the original game you can only access it after reaching the Fort Condor location. Here, however, this minigame is in the form of a board game that's growing in popularity around the world. The core fundamentals are the same in that you select units that automatically move towards the opponent's base. The first one to destroy the other person's base is the winner. With the many different unit types and strengths and weaknesses to consider, this makes for a pretty awesome game, and I had a load of fun playing it against the several opponents that you can face. I am really hoping that this isn't the last we see of the Fort Condor minigame. More units and more maps could take this to the next level. Only time will tell. I am so glad that we got another taste of the FF7 Remake. Episode Intermission offers everything that I hoped for and provides an ending that's in tune with the main game's ending, which you could call a bit of a mindfuck. If you like the FF7 Remake and plan to continue into part 2, then Intermission is a must play. Have you played this DLC yet? What did you think? Let me know in the comments. This was Hellfire RPGs, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, it would help me out a lot if you hit like and also subbed for more RPG related videos. See you next time.
Gonna get fully wrecked at the Happy Turtle! Wanna get blind drunk at the Happy Turtle!